Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is one of the great times of year, the honey harvest. So my bees been working hard for months, and I think we got around 4 deeps of boxes packed with honey. So today we're going to be pulling the honey supers and getting the honey extracting equipment ready. And then we'll be able to see just how much honey these bees have made. Even though it's been a rough year with bad temperatures in the spring, it ruined all the fruit trees and types of flowers and like that. They still managed to bring in some honey, so we're gonna go see what that looks like. So everything goes to plan. These bees should have produced enough honey to fill up a couple 5-gallon buckets of honey, so we're gonna find out. We already got the smoker lit up, ready to go. Bee suits on, so let's go see what we got. So I have 3 colonies this year that came through winter, survived the mites and the harsh winter, and now it's finally time to see the reward of their work. All right, we're here at this first hive. I'm going to open the top here and show you the bees on the frames. And we can pull out a frame and I'll show you how heavy they are and how loaded they are. So I brought these along, little frame grabbers. I feel like it's easier when they're heavy to lift them out. So these are some of the things you're going to need. A brush to brush bees off frames, some Bee Quick, Honey Bandit, whatever, any kind of a super clearing. It's a spray with essential oils that the bees don't really care for, so they mix them, or leave the supers. So what I do is get a board here, put a piece of cloth on there, and I'll drench this really good. Spray it all around, and they don't like it. So I also warm this up in the microwave for like 15 seconds. Because heat rises, so that's what I want. I want it to rise up through the box. And then this is what you call a bee escape. It keeps the bees from coming back in. They can't figure it out, and it makes them exit the top. So I'm gonna go grab this honey super box, and I'm gonna put it down here. And you'll get to see it working in action. I don't know if you can hear that. The bees don't like it though, they're starting to leave. And now you can see them start to leave out that entrance. So we're gonna give that a couple minutes. See them all trying to get out of there. And in the meantime, I'm gonna show you this box so you can see the difference. Basically, I need to get, once that super gets empty of honey, I need to put an empty on here because this is the last frame. I don't know if you can see that. It's hard to see. But they got that maybe halfway full, which I don't want because that means they're running out of space. And my other one was fully capped as I showed you. And these bee frames right there, you can see, hopefully, it's glistening in the sun. But they are full of honey. So this is another packed full super. There's one with fresh honey in there. I can't tell if you can see it or not. A little bit less in that one. But none of this is capped yet, so I'm gonna wait. Look at that. Completely full. So once they start capping this, that means the honey is ready to go. Right now, it's probably fresh because we just had a bunch of rain, which is fantastic. So I'm not gonna pull that one. We're gonna let them continue to clean that up. And when it's ready, we'll pull it. I'd say maybe another week. All right, so today is August 1st, I think. August somewhere in there on a Saturday. So it's time to pull honey usually at this time of year for me. And she's full. There you go. That is the difference. This one's gonna hurt the back. Oh yeah, it's heavy. All right, let's check this one. Still drawing it out. We got honey from here to about here. I've been trying to get some new combs drawn out, so they're doing that. So I might only have 2 boxes today so far. Thought I was gonna get more, but it's how it goes. Start going. All right, that gets the majority of them out of there. And another reason I did this now is it was after the rain, So we have a nectar flow coming in a little bit, and that really helps when we're in a dearth, because when you're trying to do this in a dearth, the bees are everywhere because they're all trying to rob and steal, and everybody's hungry, so they're trying to get more honey. I gotta go clean my equipment now, and we'll be ready for this. The next thing to do is you don't want this to sit out, well, either outside or even in a garage for a long period of time, even a couple days, because if you have hive beetles or wax moths get in there, they'll totally ruin your honey. Ask me how I know. That's what happened last year. I left them in my garage. I didn't have time to get to it. And I thought, well, I'll get to it next week. And hive beetles slimed it all up. They ruined my frames. Wax moths got in there. Yeah, basically ruined a bunch of frames, the honey. So I basically put it back on top of a beehive and left them clean it up and took it back off. Today is one of the busiest times of year for me. It's the honey harvest. So after months of bees collecting the nectar and the honey, turning it into honey, it's finally extraction time. So in today's video, I'm going to show you the entire process from the honey supers all the way to the beautiful fresh honey into the bottle. Nothing goes to waste, even the wax. It's returned back to the honeybees. Turn the cappings that we cut off of the frames, and we'll let the bees, the honey out of the wax, and then they'll leave the wax laying in the bucket, and then I'll render it down and make it into bars or reuse it for my frames in the future. So earlier today we pulled these honey supers off the hives, and before bringing them in we cleared the bees with the fume boards. That way we don't bring bees into the house, which we still have a few. So each one of these frames are capped with honey, and the cappings tell us that the bees have finished drying the honey all the way through and it's enough to harvest. And I'll show you how to check that. We're going to be using a portable, it's called a portable refractometer. You put the honey on there and you look through. I don't know if you can see it, but it has little lines in there, and it'll show you percentages on how dry it is. So we'll be using that just to double check and make sure our honey is around that 15–18%. So here's our layout. Honey super with all the frames. We have our uncapping hot knife, refractometer. I'll show you again how that is. Hive tool, as I'll probably need that to start getting the frames out. Frame holder, because it's just easier to grab with that. And I like to use these also because sometimes the frames don't stick out far enough for the knife, so I use these to scratch the cappings off. And I really like this. You can drag it along and it peels it right off. And what I do is I put the cappings in there. I have a bucket of water for washing my hands. I have my empty buckets ready, spare strainer. This is the spinner or honey extractor. You put the frames in here. This is a 3 frame. I suggest if you ever get one, it's either do a 2 or 4 to make it even, because this thing shakes pretty bad. So I'll ratchet strap it to this post, and you crank it by hand right here, and it pulls that around and slings it out to the sides where it falls down into the bottom. And you come down here, and I have your valve. You open that, and the honey goes through my double strainer and then into the bucket, and I'll leave a lid on to help keep things from falling in. And that's pretty much the process. Then after that, when I have time, I'll put the honey in this bucket, and it has a valve also. And then what I'll do is put the jars underneath and use this valve to open and close to fill them up, and I'll have my scale there so I can weigh them and make sure they're over a pound. And then I'll put some labels on it. And I use the dolly to bring them in. So I need to go get an empty box, because I'll put the empty box down and then put the empty honey frames into that and transfer from one to the next. Looks like we need a new box. Fell last year and broke, and I tried to fix it with glue, but it doesn't look like it's holding. And I have a brush there just in case you need to brush some bees off. And then I'll pull the frames out here onto this. That way it doesn't make as much of a mess. And the cappings and the honey and stuff will drip onto here instead of all over the place. And then I put cardboard down on the floor and on everything, because it still gets everywhere and it's a sticky mess. So try to make cleanup as easy as possible and keep everything clean. So all right, I'm gonna go through here first and just kind of space in here. I'm breaking everything today. All right, everything's loosened up. Now it's easy to grab. All right, we have our first frame here. So you can see not all of it's capped. So for the knife, it's kind of hard to get in there. So I'll get this, and I'll just run it along there, and I'll usually stand it up so the cappings just fall right off, and that takes the first layer off. And then the sides will just hit with this. Ready for the extractor. The only downfall of this is it gets all this comb built up in here, and then I'll gotta dig it out. And we'll be able to start extracting. All right, now that we have it all on there, very lightly. I'll give it a couple good spins like that. Then we'll flip our frames the other way. Now you can see in there, the honey's in there good. You can start to see it sling out. And it runs down to the bottom. It's all done now. All the honey's out. Into the beehive, and I'll put it on top of my bees, and I'll let them come up and clean it out. All right, only 17 more frames to go. We're gonna see if we can use this hot knife now. I haven't really got the feel for it yet, like that. I feel like it just wastes more. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I just think this thing here is nice. I mean, look how easy that is. Less waste, because you know, your beehive frames are never perfectly straight, so they're always, so this works really nice. Try to do this without making a mess. It's very hard to do, because honey's dripping everywhere. All right, we need one more. See the honey slinging out? We're gonna see where our honey's at. Get your finger in there and just kind of mirror it on there, smash it down, and you look into the light. See if you can see it. Says like 18 and a half, 19. That's my favorite part, taste test the honey. So yeah, I'd had it lower before. It's been capped, so that means the bees are happy, so I'm happy. Let's see what this actually is. Kind of curious. Let's mirror that in there since it's not capped. Well, that's interesting. It's lower and it's not capped. 18%. Most people have a capping tank. I just haven't got around to buying one yet. But most people drain off the honey off of that. But all right, so we got 1.5 buckets of honey from those 2 deeps. Let's see what they weigh. Here's the first one. Turn it on first. Oh, here's the first one. There's 50 pounds in that one. This one here, 31 pounds in that. We got 80 pounds of honey for 2 deeps. This one here is still draining a little bit. I'll let it drain a little more. Yeah, there's a day's work. We got everything cleaned up now and ready for the next run. So we'll see here maybe in another week. It ought to be ready here soon. Well, if you like this, hit the like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.